Hi, and welcome back to my relatively new channel. I want to talk to you guys about something while I go about my housework this morning, because the place is a bloody mess. Dishes need putting away, and there's all this crap I'm sorting out on the floor for the recycling centre, plastic bottles. What I want to talk about is fear. Now, I had a student earlier on this morning who I've been teaching for a while now, and she said the words to me, "I'm not good enough." And it really triggered something in my brain. I thought, man, that fear part that so many people come from and just stops them doing stuff. So I want to tell you a little story that you may be able to relate to your own life, and it may help you. Hopefully you get something from this. When I was about 20 years of age, living in Christchurch with my brother for a very short time in a flat, I was playing in a band, and I love music. I wanted to be that's all I wanted to do was play music. And I had no money. I struggled to pay the rent each week because I was busking on the streets to make money, and this band was going to be my break. And they're all older guys and they're all better than me. And anyway, I used to get a taxi to where the gigs were. And this particular day, it was a Tuesday, it was our practice day, I had to go to the other side of town, and I was hoping to get some money off one of the guys to get home, because that's how broke I was. And I arrived at the doorstep of the house, my guitar, and the band leader was a big tall guy. He looks down at me and goes, "Oh, didn't the guys get hold of you?" And I said, "No." He said, "Oh, we've had a band meeting and sorry mate, but you're out of the band." My heart sank. I said, "Why?" He said, "Look, it's your rhythm guitar, your timing's not in the pocket all the time, you're not that good. You're not really cut out to really be a musician, eh? It's just, sorry, but we just don't think you got it. In the band, you're the weakest link and you got to go. Sorry." Well, I'm not a guy that cries a lot. I'm pretty in control of my emotions, and I was then, but I have to tell you, I went outside and sat on the street, just sat down and I wept. I blew a bubble. I was absolutely gutted. Something I'd dreamed of my whole life of doing. Just like taken away from me like that. And I walked home that day because I had no money. It took me like 2.5 hours to get back to my flat. And I woke up the next morning and I felt like shit. I felt depressed, I really was. I was like, oh. But then my depression became like anger, and I got really, really angry, and I thought, well, fuck you, man. Who are you to tell me I'm not good? I'll decide that myself. And the reality was, he was right, my rhythm was crap. But I just needed to work on that, and I needed to find out how timing works. And timing's actually a thing that's inside your body. I always used to tap my foot, and it was an external thing to me. And once I learned to actually tap into my inner timing, I sorted that problem. But in the meantime, I had to overcome this big monster. You're not good enough. You're never going to be it. Fear. I had to push through that. And this is the thing that stops us, man. Fear is a thief of dreams, honestly. So, after I got over my little state of depression and self-doubt, I picked myself back up, but I used the harmonica because I'd always been a good harmonica player. Harmonica is something I've done my whole life. I'll grab a harmonica here and show you. Like, I take a harmonica out of the studio. Here's an F harmonica. Now, I can entertain a whole lot of people with this. I can play a song. Now, there's nothing wrong with my timing there. As you can see, it's pretty much, well, I wouldn't say deadly in the pocket, but it works. And I always had that. So I teamed up with a really awesome guitarist called Kenny Aykroyd. And Kenny was, man, like nobody else. If you're there, listen to this, Kenny, and you're out there today, bro, you were a great dude to work with. Man, did we have some fun. We created this band, a duo called Bad Whiskey. Now, the cool thing about this was, this guy was really, really good. He was better than the guys in the band. Oh, clean that screen, it's got stuff on it there. And we started playing gigs everywhere. When we got this gig at the Christchurch Town Hall supporting John Hammond Jr., who's an awesome blues guitarist. But the cool thing about this gig was the town hall was absolutely packed, and who was sitting right in the front row? But the guys that kicked me out of the band, watching me. And I was up there on stage looking down at them thinking, you guys are still just like playing around in pubs, and I'm now in the town hall and I've got like 4,000 people out in front of me. So my fear had been overcome. Now, the next step was to take my music further, and at the time I'd got a job working for a company called Frost Wholesalers that sold General Motors parts. I was a sales rep buzzing around Christchurch. But after a few years of that, I thought, well, I want to play music. So I said to my boss one day, I'm going to Europe. He goes, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm leaving, boss. I want to be a musician. And he said to me, listen, man, you know, you're good, but you're a good sales rep, man. And not everybody can make it. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can be an Elvis or a Beatle, he said to me. I said to him, I don't want to be an Elvis or a Beatle. I just want to play music for a living, you know, and do that rather than just sell car parts all the time. He said, oh, you're making a mistake. And I talked to a few people about it and I got the same response. But I put self-doubt aside and I thought, well, I'll find out, you know, I can only find out by trying this and giving it a go. So I overcame fear and I went to Sweden first. I stayed with a mate there, Adrian, and I kind of flopped in Sweden. I wasn't very good there. Didn't go very well. But man, when I got to Germany, it was like, honestly, it was like landing in another planet, somewhere I'd always meant to be. I just felt so at home there, and the people just, they loved me. There was girls like me. I wasn't used to that, man. The German woman. It was like it was a planet just made for me with my name on it. I called myself Spider there, that was my show name. I did 3,159 shows in Europe, mostly in Germany, and I tell you, that was an amazing time for me in my life. It was exciting, I was getting loads of money, everybody thought I was great, I played on TV, and it was like, to the point I actually started to become a bit of an arsehole. My ego got in the way, and I started, you know, looking back, some of my behaviour wasn't particularly honourable. I came back to New Zealand and that pulled me back into shape pretty quick when I got back with all my hunting mates and that. But that's my story. What I want to say is, if you've got something you're dreaming of, go for it, because our whole lives we get knocked down. We get knocked down by adults. You know, when we're small children, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go to the moon. I wanted to be an astronaut. And I can remember telling my teacher at school, now that's what I want to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the moon. And she said to me, I remember very clearly, she said, you know, not everyone can go to the moon. You know, you've got to think of other things too that you might do as a backup. And I thought, no, I'm going to the moon. And then I got told again by the carpenter teacher at school, listen, man, you know, not really going to happen. You need to think of something else. And so self-doubt's already started getting put in. Point is, somebody's got to go to the moon. There's got to be someone that's got to go there. Why can't it be me? It's the same as I'm going to be the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Someone's got to be the Prime Minister. You know, why can't it be you? So, fear is a thing to stop us from doing stupid stuff. Like, you know, it's designed to stop us from hurting ourselves. Like, be careful on the cliff. Oh, I'm scared, I'm fearful, step back so you don't fall over. That makes sense. But standing in front of a whole lot of people talking or singing or believing in yourself, having a dream and then not doing it because you're fearful you're going to fail, that's a mistake. That's a real big mistake, hey? You need to overcome that one, because you never know until you try. And so what if you fail? You get back up and you have another crack at it. That's part of the journey. Man, I've failed so many times it's not funny. But, this dog's kennel's tipped over. How'd you do that, Bob? Hey? Well, you pulled the peg out of the ground. It's the second time it's happened. That's Bob. Anyway, that's my rave over. Good luck with chasing your own dreams, and good luck pushing fear out of the way. Come from the love part inside yourself, the part of you that believes in you and stuff what everybody else thinks. Because the other point is too, at this point in your life, you may not be fantastic at what you're doing, but the cool thing about us humans is we evolve. You know, we're getting better all the time through practice and, you know, persistence and getting back up again when you fall down. We get better. We evolve, you know. Nobody just suddenly wakes up one morning and is an amazing guitarist or an amazing singer or amazing dancer or amazing painter or amazing at martial arts. Now, martial arts is a really good one, because I used to do karate, and I remember my teacher saying, you're going to have to put more time into this. And I had to make a choice between that and music. So I chose music. You put your energy somewhere. Again, don't let fear stop you from doing that. Don't go, oh, am I good enough to put it into music? Shit. Oh, no. I'll probably just stick to that day job. You know, I can't be a martial arts teacher, or I can't be a music teacher, or, you know, bullshit. Someone's got to do it. Okay, that's enough. Gotta go and carry on tidying up the house because it's, as I said at the beginning of this vlog, it's a mess. Good luck with overcoming fear and making your dreams come true.